I'm Ann Karrick, and we're talking now with Lauren Black, producer of both TV and film. So, Lauren, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Great to have you. Your Chair 10 Productions,
Yeah.
which I went to your website ahead of time. Ski lives and buy
Very
ticket. So, as an avid skier and somebody who was a mountain ambassador at a resort in Vermont for years as a volunteer, so I gotta get that out of the way. What's at the chair? What's that chair productions, and why? What's the ski theme? Like, what's that? What's going on with that?
So, my uncle lives in Telluride, Colorado, famous for its film festival. And I did skiing, and it's skiing, and I've been going there ever since I was a child, skiing, and I haven't been back in several years, but I was making it a point to go every year for a ski trip. And so when I met Jonathan, we went out for a ski trip. He ended up breaking his elbow snowboarding off of one of their lists, Chair 10. But I told him that it was my dream to be proposed to on Main Street in the middle, while it was snowing.
Oh, okay.
Except he couldn't wait until winter, so he proposed to me on the middle of Main Street in Telluride, but in August. So he got everything right with the snow. And so when it came time, we actually started the production company when we were in California. And so that was just something that was very meaningful to us.
The Chair 10 ski theme. Yeah.
And then we already had everything branded. So when we moved our company to Connecticut, so obviously Chair 10, not exactly the most Connecticut.
There is skiing in Connecticut, though, so
yes, but it's very meaningful to us.
Yeah. But I think that's great. You have a name that transports to anywhere.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's not specific to one place. Yeah. I mean, it is, but not for where it was created, kind of thing. So, all right.
That was the story. And so we leaned heavily into it with the theming of the website. But yeah, Jonathan designed the logo, and it's very cool. So it's got the mountain in Telluride. If you look at it, it's called Wilson Peak. It's a very famous mountain. It's used in, I think Coors Light modeled their mountains after it.
Oh, okay.
But so you have the outline of the mountain, and then the ski lift, and then the sea in Chair 10 is the ski lift. So
yeah.
So just very meaningful to us.
Yeah. No, I loved it. As a skier, I thought it was great. So enough background, though. We'll move on to what you actually do. So it looks like you do all sorts of different projects. And I know in speaking to you ahead of time and looking at the website that you started in network television. Now you're doing feature films. You've done all these other things in between. If I just look at Chair 10, my first thought is, I don't know what they specialize in. Or is that true that you do a whole bunch of different things? Or have you kind of migrated to something and that's what you do now?
Well, I think there's two different things here. One is what I do personally, and then one Chair 10 does.
Oh, right.
My career started in radio news, actually, in college, and then I moved into television news, local television news here in Connecticut at what was then NBC 30. Now I guess it's just NBC Connecticut.
As a producer still?
No, I was an production assistant, running cameras and teleprompter and Chiron. That was my job. My very first job in, TV.
The TV world, yeah.
So, and then I went from there. I moved to Los Angeles, got a job in reality TV, actually as the receptionist at the production company that made The Amazing Race. And then a job opened up a couple months later, and I moved up into that. So I've been a lot in the unscripted world and kind of all over the place. So I've done production, I've done casting, I've done development, I have done some post-production, actually with some companies here in Connecticut, Lucky 8 and Anomaly, which do a lot of Discovery, Shark Week type shows. So I've worked on several Shark Week shows in post with these Connecticut companies recently. But then also I've done some feature films as part of Chair 10 Productions, which Chair 10 does have a specific mission, which is we provide production services to films. So we are trying to actively recruit clients to come to Connecticut. And so we're talking about producers, production companies, networks, studios. We're trying to pitch them Connecticut as a great place to film, to bring them here. And then our job is to service the production in terms of crew, locations, like travel, hotel accommodations, that kind of stuff.
To make people their choice of Connecticut.
Yes, and also to support the production. Sure. So, we want people to take advantage of the tax credit. That's something that we facilitate. And then we have really great relationships with the local towns. I mean, we had Mayor Pete Bass receiving an award downstairs a little bit earlier. We're filming on Monday in New Milford. We filmed in the middle of New Milford on that production. Yeah, so we have an alley in New Milford that we're shooting on Monday. We, on the last production, we shut down Bank Street, set it up like the 1970s with all these old cars, and shot the whole street, and it's beautiful. It looks like a Hollywood backlot, but it's the real thing.
Yeah.
And so we have a great relationship with the town of New Milford. They're very, very film friendly.
Well, and Connecticut has so many historic buildings.
Yes.
And that if somebody needs it to look like a certain time period, you have the chance of actually finding buildings that are from that time period.
Well, and it's also, we just have such a great variety of locations. So you want, interesting houses. We have horse farms, but we have, the beach. We have cities. So you can come to Connecticut and it can stand in for a wide variety of places. Sure. Where we were filming right now is set in Brooklyn at a townhouse. Well, we're going to be shooting in New Haven on Chapel Street. The townhouse, or the exteriors. And that was one of the selling points when we were convincing the producers to shoot here. We're like, you want a New York look? It's going to be expensive to shoot in New York. Come to Connecticut. We have that New York look that you want, but you're going to be able to shoot here, and it's going to be a better experience.
Easier, probably.
Easier. We can pull.
Easier, like there's less logistics, red tape, like that kind of thing.
And it'd be easier. Friendly, and we can pull a lot of favors. We have a lot of really great personal connections. I mean, New York, the city, you have to get permits. Well, that's what every day. Fight down a street in New York City is just almost
there's a lot that has to happen to make that happen. Yeah,
and it's expensive, and there's a lot of productions going on there. Like here, it's more of a boutique state. Like we think of it that way, where and out of all these towns, and they're happy to have us. They're happy. We were filming in Newtown the other day. We had the first selectman on set, and he was just thrilled to, have this come to the town. We were only there for 2 days, so it's not that disruptive to the town, and it's bringing business. We fed our.
And I was going to say, my towns here are receptive.
They're very.
They don't mind shutting down some street,
and especially just for a day. I mean, unless when we shut down Super 7 in Brookfield for a morning, and it wasn't super disruptive, and we were able to do that. That's something you couldn't do in some of these other locations.
Yeah, definitely not. By the way, you said unscripted, just for people who don't know. Same as reality TV, as far as that's what they think.
Yeah, unscripted TV is reality TV. We call it unscripted.
Yeah, we'll right by that. I just thought, in case somebody's like, "What's unscripted mean? What is that? What is?"
Yes, because most of it, when you say reality, a lot of it is staged, and I think a lot of people know that. So, a lot of unscripted is more like you don't have lines that people are reading, but you're putting them into situations that might not be close naturally.
Yeah,
I mean, a lot of that stuff is formatted as well, so it's less reality.
And there are also to elicit some kind of response, or
it really encompasses, like, there's competition shows, and which I've done, or like format shows, and then the actual docu-follow shows. So
yeah,
unscripted kind of encompasses all of that.
So now you also have your own project that you're working on, right? The Monster.
Yes. Well, no. So that.
Oh yeah. Or is that the one that you're?
That is Production Circuses.
Oh, that one's the Monster.
That we're shooting right now with the team from the Saw movie.
All right.
So my project, I'm not quite able to talk about it right now. I am a screenwriter, and just signed a co-production contract on my script. So we have a strategy call on Tuesday, and hopefully it'll be hitting press soon.
So then we'll know what it is.
Okay.
No scoop today.
Darn. But with some high-profile producers, I'm excited about that one.
So even though you can't announce it yet, but you're already getting started on pulling all the pieces together.
Yeah. So I mean,
it's definitely happening.
I mean, or as much as anything is happening. Okay. So we have a production company that will be, the next steps are finding a director, finding talent, making sure the financing is in place, and then we're hoping to film next fall if all the pieces come together.
Can you tell us where it's going to be filmed?
In Connecticut.
Well, yeah, but I don't know yet, maybe.
I mean, we're based in Newtown, so we like filming the Danbury area, so we're looking at that area. I don't know specifically yet. So the next steps are in addition to having this conversation, putting together a lookbook at different locations that we might be able to film at.
Got it. So before we run out of time, advice for people who are kind of moving into this whole industry.
So my advice to anyone is, if you want to work in film, in TV, I always suggest people get on set. There's always positions as production assistants. We have partners that we're actually working with right now at Choice Films in Newburgh that run a really great boot camp for production assistants. That's a really great way to get training and get on a set. And what happens is, when you're on set as a production assistant, you're working with people, you're getting to know people, you're networking with them. And people in this industry want to work with people that they know and people that they like. And so
So they feel sure that they're going to work out and show up, and they know them. That's
yeah, and they know you, and if they like you, they want to help you out. Because, we said at this panel of answers, you never want to approach someone and say, hey, can you read my script? But if you get to know them, you build a relationship with them.
Yeah.
And then you mention you're a script writer, you're a screenwriter, and then they're like, hey, send me your script. I'd love to look at it. Like, that's the more natural way for things to happen. And the script that I'm working on, I'd had a producer attached that we worked with, who is still attached, that we worked with a long time ago. We worked with on some other projects.
Yeah.
But we brought on another production company, and that was a connection I made on a job that I was working on. That was actually an unscripted show.
Okay.
And I was talking to my boss, inadvertently pitched him my script, and now we have a signed contract.
Excellent.
So, people want to help out the people that they know, the people that they like. Sure. So for me, the best thing to do is meet people and network, get on a set,
Put yourselves right in hours.
get on a job,
Yeah.
and make those connections, and then think opportunities will just match with it.
Sounds like a good deal. So chair, the number 10, productions.com. If somebody wants to know more about you.
Yep, perfect.
Thank you so much. Thanks. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.